Kaiju number 8 did the impossible. They actually was able to finish off a character. Aizato left everything on the table to go ahead and defeat Kaiju number 9. This man went everything. This man pulled out everything, all his energy, all of his attacks, every bit and piece of his life went into this battle, and it all came to an end because he got defeated towards the end of the last chapter, while we see that the general Aizato has sacrificed his life to go ahead and protect the defense force, but not only the defense force, but his daughter Kikaru. This chapter was amazing. This chapter was just like, it was just so beautiful. It was just so amazing just to see that, how much of a character was built. And we kind of saw that this was going to happen because in the past couple of chapters, it kind of just indicated that, Aizato, he's going to die. And so a lot of things are going to change further on in this latest series if Aizato dies in Kaiju number 8, because remember, Aizato was the only one from like the headquarters of the defense force that actually lifted Kafka and his whole transformation of turning into a kaiju. So the whole reason of Aizato probably dying or probably is dead is going to probably change the whole dynamic of how Kafka is going to be treated, because other members of the headquarters, they are also looking at Kafka like, we need to kill him now so we can use him as a weapon. But Aizato was the only one who was just like, no, hold on, let's wait and see, because he believed that Kafka is a good man, because not only that he sees that Kafka is a good man, but he also sees that Kafka actually protects his daughter and that the daughter actually cares for Kafka. So just seeing him in this last panel, just him with his body just pretty much just standing and his head down looking lifeless, and seeing Kafka and the number 1 division captain just staring at this lifeless body of Aizato is just 100% just crazy now. So a lot of things are going to change. But man, beginning of this chapter, we gotta say RIP to that building, because man, when Aizato, we started off from the last week's chapter towards the end where Aizato, he is just punching and using this blast while he's saying that I must eliminate this terrifying threat so that it will never exist in this girl's future, while visualizing Kikaru as a little girl while she's crying. And during the moment while he's doing this blast that we thought that he will actually finish off Kaiju number 9, it illustrated that no, he's continuously using all of his energy to this direct attack, which everyone from a far distance can see and feel that, okay, like, no, this blast is just way too much, because his human body at this current state cannot hold it and cannot withstand it. So as much as he's continuously just using this blast and just continuously just going over his limit, we see that Kaiju number 9, his body starts to deform. You start to see pieces of his teeth, his flesh, his mouth, just everything just started to like shatter. And we see that Kaiju number 9 is just saying, excellent, but you seem to be preparing yourself to endure this evolution. And then so Kaiju number 9, he started to change shape so that way the effect of the blast won't actually kill him. But Aizato doesn't care. Aizato is going 100% full blown. And he says, this is too bad for you. And Kaiju number 9 realized that he was just like, wait, what? And he realized that he has a second shot, which actually made the blast be more effective. So even though Kaiju number 9 was shaping his body to be able to withstand the first blast, because if he wasn't able to shape up the body, then he will have that first blast will be officially got him like destroyed and badly injured. But he didn't witness and see that Aizato was going to do the second blast, because that ruined his defense attack. And also, too, he didn't think that Aizato was going to use the second attack as well, because just seeing how Aizato, his body, and how he's badly injured. And that blast was so powerful that we get a shot and a panel where the building, where I said RIP to that building literally got shot through, and you just see the amount of destruction. First, it was just like a giant gaping hole after the beam went through it, and then as the beam started to fade, you start to see like, okay, it's going to be crashing all the way straight down. No, the building didn't go crashing straight down. It kind of did, pieces of it did, but it actually, the pieces where the hole is, the middle of it started to go backwards. So it's kind of seemed like the blast actually pushed back the building, but also to destroying it as well. Like, it was just an amazing panel just to see that, and just showcase like how powerful Azoto is becoming, even though his body is literally being destroyed. And the fact that after the whole blast, and everyone is just in shock because they're all just like, what was that? Because you see Kafka and the #1 division captain is actually on their way. They're almost there. They're ready to go ahead and try to reach out to Izato to save him and actually protect him. And as the scientist, as he's there, he's making sure that Izato is still alive and Izato is alive. But unfortunately, this man has low energy. His body is not ready to like function because his body's exhausted. His body is badly injured due to the amount of energy that he's using and consuming, especially pushing his limit with the suit, because they did warn saying that if you go too far with that suit, it shorten up your lifespan. And as that's happening, Kaiju #9, his body starts to regenerate, and he was just amazed just how powerful Azoto is. But he stated that he was just like, that blast, he was just like, if you were a kaiju, you would have finished me off. But unfortunately, since you're a human, that attack didn't work. So he was just like, now it's my turn. And he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let Kaiju #2 get out of his own bondage of the bodysuit. I'm going to release him so that way we can team up and join the kaiju side. And then you see Azoto, like his bodysuit, and you just see a whole bunch of like muscles and like just weird kaiju like material like surrounding Azoto. And then we get cut into the next scene while everyone is just yelling and crying because the scientist, he's in shock, and he's just telling the director like, hey, like, fall back, please, don't do this. And Azoto, he's just done. Azoto cannot just move out of the way. So while this whole thing is happening, next scene, we see Kafka, and we see that the first division captain, they're just arrived to the scene where Azoto is, and they're both looking up, and they just see a dead body of Kaiju #9 on the bottom while Azoto is on top. And it just looks 100% serious at this current moment. Like, bro, Azoto is like lifeless. Like, Azoto looks dead. But we'll find out next week when the results are in to see what Azoto's fate is. But this chapter was crazy. Like, damn, that's all I can say about this chapter, because this chapter, the ending was just crazy. Azoto gave everything up to try to defeat Kaiju #9, but eventually it failed. But man, this was a very, very good chapter. I that's all I can say. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this chapter. And if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out there.